Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic urine formation or formation of urine. This is from the chapter excretory products and their elimination. So watch the entire lecture to gain basics out of it. So without any delay, let's start with the topic formation of urine from the chapter excretory products and their elimination. So let's start. So let's start with the topic urine formation. So you can see in the urine formation there are processes of urine formation. One is glomerular filtration, one is reabsorption, another is tubular secretion. So in the process of urine formation, these three steps has to be performed, then the urine will be formed. First is glomerular filtration, then reabsorption, and last is tubular secretion. So first see the glomerular filtration. You can see the pictures. One is glomerulus, another is the outside one is Bowman's capsule. Combiningly glomerulus and Bowman's capsule is called Malpighian corpuscles. So glomerular capillary blood pressure causes filtration of blood through three layers. Okay, so glomerular capillary blood pressure causes filtration of blood through three layers. What are the three layers? One is endothelium, epithelium, and basement membrane. So in the endothelium of glomerular blood vessels, so endothelium of the glomerular blood vessels, epithelium of Bowman's capsule, and basement membrane between these two layers. So you can see the epithelial, basement membrane, and endothelium. You can see the porocyte cells, the Bowman's space, the lumen of glomerular capillary. So epithelial cells, that is porocyte of the Bowman's capsule, are arranged in an intricate manner, leaving some minute spaces called filtration slits, or it is also called slit pores. Okay, so you can see the porocyte cell, the filtration slits. So epithelial cells or porocytes of the Bowman's capsule are arranged in an intricate manner, leaving some minute spaces called filtration slit or pore slits. So epithelial cells or porocytes of the Bowman's capsule. Okay, so here we can see the filtration slit or pores. You can see the secondary process, the filtration slit, the porocyte cell body, the primary processes. Okay, so again I repeat, the epithelial cells, it is also called porocytes, of the Bowman's capsule are arranged in an intricate manner, leaving some minor spaces called filtration slit or slit pores. So you can see the afferent in the left hand side. You can see in the diagram afferent arteriole, the efferent arteriole. From the efferent arteriole the blood is getting inside, from the efferent arteriole the blood is coming outside. Okay, you can see the Bowman's capsule, the outer yellowish one, and glomerular filtrate. Okay, and glomerulus, the red one, the tuft of capillary is present. So almost all constituent of blood plasma, okay, so almost all constituent of blood plasma except the protein pass on to the lumen of Bowman's capsule. So about 100 ml to 1200 ml. Okay, so about 1100 to 1200 ml of blood is filtered by kidney per minute. It constitutes 1/5 of the blood pumped out by each ventricle of a heart in a minute. Okay, alright, so again I repeat, it constitutes 1/5 of blood pumped out by each ventricle of a heart in a minute. So you can see almost all constituent, okay, as I have said earlier, almost all constituent of blood plasma except the protein pass onto the lumen of Bowman's capsule, and the amount of glomerular filtrate formed per minute is called glomerular filtration rate. So what is glomerular filtration rate? The amount of glomerular filtrate formed per minute is called glomerular filtration rate, that is GFR. Normal GFR is 125 milliliter per minute, that is 180 liters per day. Okay, so normal glomerular filtration rate, you can see 125 ml per minute. Okay, then it becomes in an entire day, it becomes 180 liter per day. Can you imagine that? So this 180 liter of glomerular filtrate is produced daily but 99% of this are reabsorbed by the renal tubule. So normal volume of urine released is 1.5 liter. Okay, so only 1.5 liter of urine is released, and from the filtrate, glucose, amino acids, sodium ion, etc. are reabsorbed actively, and nitrogenous waste are absorbed passively. Okay, so nitrogenous waste are absorbed passively, and the glucose, amino acids, sodium ion are absorbed actively. So passive absorption of water occurs in the initial segment of the nephron. Okay, so passive absorption of water occurs in the initial segment of nephron. So you can see the structure of nephron. Okay, the glomerulus, the Bowman's capsule, the proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of Henle, the distal convoluted tubule, the collecting duct. You can see the ions. You can see in the proximal convoluted tubule the sodium chloride ions. Okay, ammonium ions. Ammonium ion is getting inside, hydrogen ion is getting inside, water is releasing, potassium ion is releasing, bicarbonate ion. All the ions are given. Okay, this is for reabsorption. So you can see 180 liters of glomerular filtrate are produced daily, as I said earlier. Okay, so you can see passive absorption of water occurs in the initial segment of nephron. You can see the selective reabsorption, like sodium, ammonium acid and glucose are reabsorbed from the filtrate back into the blood. Okay, so sodium, amino acid and glucose are reabsorbed from the filtrate. So next you can see PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule, reabsorbs most of the nutrient and 70 to 80% of electrolyte and water. Okay, so simple cuboidal brush border epithelium of proximal convoluted tubule increases surface area for absorption. Okay, so simple cuboidal brush border epithelium of proximal convoluted tubule increases surface area for reabsorption. So next you can see in the loop of Henle, the encircled one, the red color part is encircled, that is a loop of Henle. So loop of Henle maintains high osmomorality. So it maintains high osmorality. Okay, osmorality. Okay, so pronunciation will be osmorality of medullary interstitial fluid. So descending limb, what is the function? Descending limb is permeable to water but almost impermeable to electrolyte. So it is descending limbs are permeable to water but almost impermeable to electrolyte. This concentrate the filtrate. And in the ascending limb, okay, in the ascending limb, the minimum reabsorption occurs. It is impermeable to water but allows transport of electrolyte. So filtrate gets diluted. Next is DCT. So in the distal convoluted tubule, conditional reabsorption of sodium ion and water takes place. So collecting duct extend from cortex to inner parts of medulla. It reabsorbs large amount of water to concentrate urine. It also allows passage of small amount of urea into medullary intestine to keep up osmolarity. So in the tubular secretion, you can see cells of PCT and DCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule, maintain ionic, that is sodium ion balance, and acid base balance, that is pH, of the body fluid by selective secretion of hydrogen ion, potassium ion and ammonia into the filtrate and absorption of bicarbonate from it. Collecting duct maintain pH and ionic balance of blood by the secretion of hydrogen and potassium ion. So you can see the renal corpuscles, okay, the renal tubule and collecting duct. You can see the afferent arteriole, the efferent arteriole. You can see the exchange between capillary and distal collecting tubule. You can see distal tubule and collecting duct. So you can see here the urine formation at a glance. You can see the keys, you can see below. Water is given blue color, sodium is given orange color, filtrate, variable. So this diagram is very important. Okay, you have to memorize it, you have to draw it, you have to label it. So you can see the glomerulus, the Bowman's capsule, the Malpighian corpuscles. Malpighian corpuscensis is the glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule, then the proximal convoluted tubule, then the loop of Manley, then the distal convoluted tubule, and the collecting duct. Thank you, student. This was all about the entire video lecture. Here I've discussed about the topic formation of urine. This was from the chapter excretory products and their elimination. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomuji sir signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.